Bulldogs now with runners at first and second with 2 down. 320 feet down the lines. I mentioned that earlier. 380 to straightaway center. But the deepest part of the ballpark, here's the 1-1, low 2-1. The deepest part of the ballpark is about 60 feet, 50 to 60 feet to the right of dead center and to the left of dead center, and that distance is 394. Here's the 2-1. This one hit toward left field, and it's going to be stopped by the shortstop. So he prevented it from getting to the outfield, to the left fielder, I should say. He actually stopped it on the grass in the outfield and prevented it from going through. So that may have saved a run right there, but it's a single for Soap. So now the Bulldogs have the bases juiced. They are juiced with 2 outs for Cade Moore. And Cade Moore is up there now. Cade Moore, a junior. Pretty good size right-handed batter. And again, he's hitting tonight in the 6 hole. That pitch is outside, ball 1. Gilmer coming off a 16-13 game at Kilgore on Tuesday night. Kilgore defeated them at Driller Park 16-13. Here's the 1-0. Ooh, okay. Well, I tell you what, the person that told me he has a tight zone, I wish he was up here in the press box with me, because that was definitely off the plate on the outside, off the outside corner. This one is high, 2-1 the count. The pitches that he's called strikes are usually called strikes by high school umpires. Here's the 2-1. This one is hit to center field. Center fielder to his left and comes in and makes a one-handed grab for out number 3. So Moore lines out to center with the bases loaded. And the Bulldogs in the first inning, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 3 left. We go to the top of 2 after this 90-second break. On the other side of the break, we'll have the top of the second for you.
Escogiendo el mejor proveedor médica puede ser difícil. Hope Community Medicine está aquí por ti. Si ocupa ayuda médica, ginecólogo o salud conductal, es nuestra misión proveer acceso de alta calidad de salud a pesar de su habilidad de pagar. Tenemos 5 clínicas en Carthage, Center, Tenaha y San Agustín para poder servir mejor a usted y su familia. 903-690-8395.
It's a powerful storm, and the power is off, completely off. House after house in the dark, each one plunging a family into uncertainty and fear. One dark house after another, and another. And wait, is that light? It is. And there's one reason for it. The owners of this home have a permanently installed backup power generator from Briggs & Stratton. Whole house backup power has never been easier or more affordable than with the power experts at Briggs & Stratton. So have one installed in your home and be a shining example of thinking ahead and protecting your family. Hey, somebody has to light the way. Whole house backup power generators from Briggs & Stratton.
Briggs & Stratton, sold at Howell's AC and Electrical in Carthage. Call 903-693-7451.
We've got a third one coming up. Okay. All right, so we're back here at Bulldog Park as we go now to the top of the second. No score between Carthage and Gilmer. Gilmer went down 1-2-3. The Bulldogs, however, loaded the bases on a single by Watson, a walk to Preston, and a single by Soap, but could not push anything across. So the top of 2 here, Aiden Aiken leads off and swings and misses. 0-1 now on Aiken. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Again, the Defense for the Bulldogs. Dylan Davenport, senior right-hander on the mound. Brooks Soap, sophomore catcher behind the plate. Carson Crawford is at third. Here's the 0-2. Strike, 3 call, got him. So Aiken called out on strikes. And that'll bring up DJ Moreno. So let's see. We left off with Carson Crawford at third. Ty Chambers is at shortstop. Second baseman is Maddox Martinez. And at first base is Cade Moore. Here's a lefty batting, and he takes a one over the outside corner. This is Moreno for strike one. Strike two call, same spot as the first pitch. Here's the windup, the 0-2. High, 1-2. Incidentally, Dylan Davenport with a very efficient first inning. He only threw 10 pitches in that first inning. Here's the 1-2. This one foul back into the screen. Stays at 1-2. The limit for a game is 110 pitches, and so if you divide 110 pitches by 7 innings, that's an average of just under 16 pitches per inning. Here's the 1-2. And a slow roller down the third baseline. That's a foul ball. So the count stays at 1-2 now. The outfield for the Bulldogs. Sam Watson in left. Kel Preston in center. Here's the 1-2. Outside and high, 2-2. And the right fielder tonight is Blayton Legrone. Several players starting tonight that did not start on Tuesday night. Here's the 2-2. Strike, 3 call, got him. So Moreno out on strikes. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Davenport. And that will now bring up Justin Jones. Jones, right-handed hitter, center fielder. Davenport to the plate. This one, ground ball, left side. Chambers has it, throw to first, and that's in time. And so the Gilmer Buckeyes go down in order for the second straight inning. 6 up and 6 down for the Buckeyes so far. We go to the bottom of 2 after this 90-second break with no score.
We all like to save money, and State Farm can help with discounts. When you combine your car insurance with your State Farm homeowners insurance, you get big savings. So talk to me, Agent Tate Barber, and experience the good neighbor service that has made us America's #1 insurance company. Together, we can help you make sure you get the discount you deserve. No policy with State Farm? No problem. Call me, Agent Tate Barber, at 903-693-7555 or stop by my office, 1502 West Panola, directly across the street from McDonald's, to find out how much a multi-line discount can save you.
You can trust the qualified staff at Hudson Financial Group to help you build the right policy that's created just for the needs of your farm or ranch. Randy and his team recognize the importance of the farm and ranch community in Panola County. They understand how much your property means to you and your family and the hard work it requires to maintain. Give them a call at 903-693-7874, or better yet, stop by and see them at 1519 West Panola in Carthage. The Hudson Financial Group can help you customize the coverage you need.
This is Pastor Monty Pierce, along with all the fine folks at Central Baptist Church, located 1 block off the square in beautiful downtown Carthage. If you don't have a church home and you like friendly folks and a meaningful worship service, we invite you to join us this Sunday. Check us out at centralcarthage.com for times and more information. This is Dr. Monty. Go Bulldogs!
We go now to the bottom of the second. No score here in Carthage between Carthage and Gilmer. Carthage in Region 3 in baseball and basketball. Region 2 in football. You know, in football there are divisions in each classification. Division 1 and Division II, Division I being the higher enrollment schools, but no divisions in baseball and basketball. Here's the pitch, and this one is swung on and missed by Blayton Legrone. Legrone, the right fielder, 0-1 the count on him. He'll be followed by Maddox Martinez and Carson Crawford. So the bottom third of the order for Carthage here in the bottom of the second. Here's the 0-1 outside, 1-1 the count. I think most people before the season started would have said that here's the 1-1 pitch. Fouled out of play. 1-2 now. That Carthage, Kilgore, and Spring Hill would be the favorites in District 17 4A. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one is grounded down to the third baseman. He has it. Throw to first. High throw gets over the first baseman's head, and the batter will head towards second base. That was a high throw by the third baseman, Harrison Lofton, way over the head of Aaron Bell down there at first base. He had no chance to come up with that one at all, and no one was backing it up, and so that would be an error on the third baseman, allowing Legrone to reach second base. So that's our first error of the ball game, an E5, and that'll bring up now Maddox Martinez, the second baseman, with nobody out. So now what do you do here if you're Coach Causey? Martinez squaring around a bunt and gets it down. Pitcher up with it, throw to first in time. Pitcher didn't quite get there in time to catch it before it hit the ground. A little bit of a pop up there, and had the pitcher been a little bit quicker, he might have made the catch, of course, for the out. But he couldn't quite get it, and he had to turn and throw in a hurry because Martinez, with pretty good speed, got down the line and made it fairly close. Martinez, though, gets the sacrifice there. First out of the inning, and it goes 1-3. And that brings up now Carson Crawford, the third baseman. Crawford pitches high, and look, he squared around like he was going to bunt. Crawford, one of our linebackers on the football team. And he squares around. This one is hit sharply off the shortstop's glove into left field, and that brings in the run. It was a hard hit line drive and off the glove of the shortstop. And that's either a single or an error. And I tell you what, the final call goes to Coach Causey, so I'm not gonna try to decide the way he'd rule on that one. I know Coach Causey, when our batters are up, he sort of, makes a decision gives them the benefit of the doubt. That was a sharply hit ball. I'm going to give him a hit on that. There's a throw to second, and it goes into center field as Crawford was off with a pitch, so that'll be a stolen base for Carson Crawford. Stolen base is sponsored by Red Oak Insurance. This is our first time we've been able to mention this. We didn't have a stolen base on Tuesday night. Red Oak Insurance is a full-service, multi-line insurance agency in Carthage, offering the best possible insurance policies in East Texas at the most competitive prices. Again, Red Oak Insurance. Bringing you or sponsoring the stolen base by Carson Crawford. Batter is Dylan Davenport, and he squares around to bunt it and miss and fouls it back to the screen. So the count now is 2-1 on Crawford. Here's the 2-1 pitch. This one is foul back, and it's now 2-2. And the umpire confirms that it is a 2-2 count. Thank you, Mr. Ump. A run in. Crawford at second with one down. Here he takes off. The pitch is a strike, and Crawford steals third. Dylan Davenport strikes out for the second out of the inning. That's the second time that Davenport has struck out in the ball game. He struck out to lead off the bottom of the first. And Carson Crawford steals third, so he stole second, steals third, and that brings up Sam Watson. Watson takes one low for ball one. Want to know the count on Watson. Here's the 1-0 pitch. This one is hit down the left field line. Left fielder coming over to his right, and the third baseman and shortstop going out. And the trio tries to converge on it. No one can get there in time. It hits in foul ground, so that's a strike. Obviously, 1-1 the count now on Watson. So we're in the bottom of the second, a run in for the Bulldogs, and Carson Crawford is at third base. He singled, stole second, stole third. He's at third with two down, and a 1-1 count on the two-hole hitter, Sam Watson, left-handed batter. Just a slightly open stance at the plate. That one is outside, 2-1 the count now. Here's the 2-1. This one hopper off the pitcher's glove. This is going to be a tough play for the second baseman. He cannot make a play, and that's going to be an infield hit for Watson, driving in a run. And so the Bulldogs now lead it 2-0 as Crawford comes in to score. And that will bring up now Ty Chambers. Chambers, the shortstop. He lined to center his first time. This one swung on and missed for a strike. So the Bulldogs with 2 runs here in the bottom of the second lead it 2-0 over the Gilmer Buckeyes. Here's the 0-1. This one hit to center field. Center fielder over to his right about 4 steps and makes the two-handed grab for out number 3. So Chambers lies out to center for the second time in the ball game to end the second inning, but it's a good inning for the Bulldogs as they pick up a couple of runs and they leave one runner on base. We go now to the top of 3. The score, Carthage 2, Gilmer, make it Carthage 2 and Gilmer nothing. We will be back with the top of the third right after this. 90-second break, 90 seconds.
Right on the loop, right on the price at Excel Ford ensures the SUV, truck, or car you choose, new or previously owned, is right for you. Your visit and your questions are welcome, even if you're just browsing. Any information you want will be provided. It's the foundation of exceptional customer service that frees you to proceed at your pace and even provides a money-back guarantee. Right on the price and right on the loop. Excel Ford, Carthage, Texas.
This is Darcy with Carthage Flower Shop on the Square, where we are more than just flowers. In shop, we keep a variety of live pot plants, silk arrangements, snack baskets, candles, keepsakes, and a great bath and body line called Magnolia Soaps. We now offer balloon arch installations, so give us a call for your next event. We can even get flowers to your loved one out of town. Thank you for all your continued support, Darcy, Jeanette, Levi, and the girls at Carthage Flower Shop.
When making important decisions, it's reassuring to count on people you know. First State Bank and Trust Company is that group of people offering home loans or everyday depository needs. First State Bank and Trust is recognized as being among the most reliable, strongest banks as determined by our nation's leading bank rating firm, Bauer Financial Incorporated. It's a 5-star rated bank of people you know, always innovating for your changing financial needs. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, First State Bank and Trust.
All right, Dylan Davenport into the windup, and the pitch is outside for ball 1. Ryder Lang, the starting pitcher for the Gilmer Buckeyes, is the batter. 1-0 on him. Here's the 1-0. Strike 1 call. Bulldogs will be at Kilgore on Tuesday night to face the Kilgore Bulldogs. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Strike 2 call. One and 2 the count now on Lang. Here's the windup, the 1-2 offering. The pitch is swung on and fouled off. Boy, that almost hit him. Not for sure how he made contact with that. So the count stays at 1 and 2. Here's the windup, the 1-2. Outside. Boy, I tell you what, he is close to the batter. He is close to the plate. His left foot is definitely on the line of the batter's box. That's right next to the plate. Here's the 2-2. This one has popped up. Foul, out of play. So as it stays now at 2 and 2. He's making Davenport work right here. This will be the 7th pitch to Lang. 2-2 count. Bulldogs play him straight away in right field. Here's a 2-2 pitch, swung on and fouled off. This will be pitch number 8 coming up to Lang now. So they play him straight away in right. The center fielder, Preston, is over about 15 to 18 feet toward right center. Now he goes a little bit closer to straightaway center. This pitch is swung on. Slow roller back to the mound. Davenport has it. Throw to first in time to get Lang. So Lang increased his pitch total there by 8 pitches with that one at bat. I had Davenport with 21 pitches going into the 3rd inning here. Griffin the batter now, the catcher. This one. Roller down to first base. Cade Moore has it on the 3rd hop. Runs over and tags the bag. Two down now. And that'll bring up Brady Mormon, the second baseman. This is the 9-hole hitter for Gilmer. Here's the pitch, and this one is swung on and missed for strike 1. Bulldogs will be at Kilgore Driller Park, historic Driller Park. Here's the 0-1, high, 1-1. Former minor league park, been around a long time. I think was built back in the 40s, but don't hold me to that. Here's the 1-1 pitch. A little bit high, outside, 2-1 the count. That pitch has been called a strike earlier in the game, I believe. Here's the 2-1 pitch right here. Swung on and missed. That's two strikes now. Getting ahead of myself there. I thought that might have been strike 3, but it's just now 2-2. Davenport again working from the very edge of the rubber, the first base side of the rubber. Here's the 2-2. This one is hit out into right field. Right fielder over to his left about 7 steps and one hands it for out number 3. So Mormon flies out to right. And that means that the Gilmer Buckeyes have now gone down in order 3 straight innings. We go to the bottom of 3. The score is Carthage 2 and Gilmer nothing. Back after this 90-second break. 90 seconds.
Monty Bacon and Carthage Furniture has some great deals for you. Rocker recliners just $3.99. A hot plate washer and dryer set, washer $5.49, dryer $4.99, and that includes installation and delivery. A complete bedroom suite, queen bed, dresser, mirror, chest, and nightstands. This is a beautiful sleigh bed set for only $11.35. Monty has a 5-drawer chest, just $125. At Carthage Furniture, check out their blue sofa and love seat. Sofa $4.59, love seat $3.99. Carthage Furniture, where Rosa speaks Spanish and delivery is always free.
Thank you, Panola and surrounding counties, for supporting your local GM dealer, Pippin Motor Company, right here in Carthage. We are your Buick SUV headquarters. Come check out one of the many economical solutions Buick has to offer. Encore, Encore GX, Envision, or Enclave are sure to fit your needs. Whether you're looking for a new Buick, Chevrolet, GMC, or a quality pre-owned vehicle, we're here to help. Pippin Motor Company has been serving this community for 72 years and pride ourselves with providing a premium sales and service experience. Come experience a better way to buy a vehicle just across from Panola College, or look us up on the web at pippinmotorcompany.com.
Are you planning a trip but you need a set of tires? Don't worry. Let Graves Tires at 809 East Sabine in Carthage show you the affordable way to go. Graves Tires offers name brand tires at a savings. Their number 903-693-4841. They even have used tires for sale. They're open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and on Saturday, 7:30 to noon. Remember, at Graves, you always save.
All right, we're back here for the bottom of the third at Bulldog Park. Bottom of three, Carthage leading the Gilmer Buckeyes 2-0, and it's going to be the 4, 5, and 6 hole hitters. Cale Preston leading off, and he takes one inside. The ball one. Looked like he was going to put down a bunt right there. Outstanding bunter. And he was last year for sure. Here's the pitch. This one is lined. That's going to get down into left center field for a base hit. Center fielder go over to his right. Gets it on the first big hop, and Preston leads off the second, or leads off the third with a single. So he now has a single and a walk in the ball game. And you've got good speed at first base. Preston, outstanding base runner in the game at Henderson. He was on first base. Ty Chambers put down a sacrifice bunt to third. The third baseman came in, fielded it, and threw to first. And when the third baseman did that, this pitch is hit on the ground to the shortstop as the runner takes off from first, throw to first in time. So the hit and run works as Preston takes second on the ground ball that Soap hits to the shortstop. Soap out 6-3. Preston taking off with a pitch, and Soap grounds out to the shortstop. So now we have a runner at second. Preston with good speed, great speed. He's at second base, great base runner. And so anyway, on that play where he was at first at Henderson and Chambers got the bunt down to third base, the third baseman threw to first, but that left third uncovered and no one went over to cover it. And so Preston took third. He went all the way from first to third on a sacrifice bunt. You very rarely see that. Good base running there by Cale Preston. Here's the stretch by Lang. Looks back at second 2 times. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one inside to Moore. That makes the count now 1-1. Cade Moore lined to center his first time. Lang bless a throw to second. Preston back in there. Lang looks back at second, comes to the plate, outside, 2-1 the count. Lang again looks at second, to the plate now. This one grounded down to the third baseman. He's got it, and he's going to go to first. High throw. He gets him, and Preston takes third after the throw to first base. So Moore is out 5-3, and after the third baseman made the throw to first, Preston took off for third, and so he's now at third base with 2 down for Blayton LeGrone, the right fielder. LeGrone Jr. takes a strike over the outside corner. LeGrone reached on an error by the third baseman his first time. That was the play where the third baseman threw high and Bell couldn't come down with it at first base. That pitch is well outside. 1-1 the count now. We're in the bottom of 3. Carthage leading 2-0. Here's the 1-1. High, all the way back to the screen. Preston's going to try to score. Catcher makes a throw, but it's too late, and Preston scores on the wild pitch. So Preston comes in to score on the wild pitch. And the Bulldogs now lead it 3-0. And that one's way outside. And the count now is 3-1 on LaGrone. So the bases are empty. A run in for Carthage. So we've now scored 3 runs in the ball game, 2 in the second and 1 here in the third. Is 3-0 Dogs in the bottom of the third. That one's high and outside, ball 4. And so LaGrone is on now with a 2-out walk for Maddox Martinez. Martinez put down a sacrifice bunt his first time. Martinez, the second baseman tonight. Boy, what a facility here. And I tell you one thing that is sometimes overlooked is the lighting. And I guarantee you there's one ballpark in our district where there are some dark spots in the outfield right in front of the fence all the way around. That pitch is low, and taking off for second base is LaGrone, and so we'll give him a stolen base. Again, the stolen base is sponsored by Red Oak Insurance. Red Oak Insurance, a full-service multi-line insurance agency in Carthage, offering the best possible insurance policies in East Texas at the most competitive prices. That pitch is fouled out of play. And the count now is 1-1. But there are no dark spots here in the outfield. Here's the 1-1. Way outside. Nice stop by the catcher. Throw down to third. It goes down. It goes off the third baseman's glove. And the runner was evidently hit by that throw as LaGrone is on the ground. And Coach Causey is signaling for someone to come out and attend to Blayton LaGrone. Throw it to third, and LaGrone was hit by the throw. Okay, so I tell you what, while they're attending to him, let's take a break here. Let's go with a 90-second break. Looks like it's going to be that at least.
Are you planning a trip but you need a set of tires? Don't worry. Let Graves Tires at 809.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the sweet and spicy bacon burger, and now it's an all-time favorite.
You can't beat it. It's hot, it's fresh. I love this burger. It's just perfect.
The sweet and spicy bacon burger is my all-time favorite. 2 beef patties, 2 different types of cheese, caramelized onions. My favorite thing about this burger is the sweet and spicy pepper sauce and the bacon.
You asked for it, and it's back. The sweet and spicy bacon burger is now an all-time favorite at Whataburger.
That's happiness.
Check off your to-do list with big savings on building materials at Kane Hardware and Lumber. Kane's is your one-stop shop for building materials for large-scale jobs, small projects, and everything in between. Whether you're building a house, adding on, or just updating, we carry the concrete, drywall, lumber, insulation, roofing, siding, molding, and many more products you'll need. Add character and charm to your home with our large selection of paint colors. We have all the products you need. Shop Kane Hardware and Lumber at 224 South Shelby Street in Carthage.
Okay, we're back here at Bulldog Park, and happy to report that Blayton LaGrone is now standing up and walking off the field. Eventually, Kristen Crowley, our head trainer, went out to attend to him. And he is now walking off the field without any help. And I'm not going to speculate on what the injury is, but, you know, again, walking off with no assistance. So that's a good thing to see that, because he was flat on the ground there for a few minutes. And so we'll have to have someone coming in, obviously, to run for him. And we'll catch that number here whenever that person comes out of the dugout. Okay, let's see. Someone started to go out there, then went back. So again, we're in the bottom of the third. Carthage with a runner on third with 2 down and a run in. And this is going to be number 1. This is Caden Ritter. Okay, so Ritter will go in to run for Legrone. And it'll remain to be seen if Ritter will go into right field. Now there's some very complicated substitution rules and re-enter the game rules in high school baseball. Austin Hall up here was one of our assistant coaches last year. This pitch is hit down to the third baseman, past the third baseman. A rocket down past the third baseman is going to be a base hit there for Martinez as he drives in a run. So that's the second run of the inning, and the Bulldogs now lead at 4-0. And I tell you what, that's the hardest hit ball I've seen in the couple of games that I have broadcasted this year. Martinez with a rocket down past third base. This one hit well to left field. Left fielder going back. Back, he is there, and one hands it just a few feet in front of the warning track as Carson Crawford gave that one a long ride, but it is an out. Bulldogs have a pick up a couple of runs, and they now lead it 4-0 going to the top of the fourth. We'll be back with the top of the fourth inning after this 90-second break.
Carthage Independent School District is where champions are educated. As we face another year of uncertainty, Carthage will remain committed to being champions for every child, every day. We will continue being champions in the classroom with the help of our incredible team of teachers. We will continue being champions in extracurriculars, fine arts, and athletic events with the support of our fans along the way. And we will continue being champions for our community. Thank you for your continued support.
The city of Carthage, county seat of Panola County, gas capital of the United States, and friendliest spot in the world. We have it all: temperate weather, lots of jobs, good schools and churches, and even the Texas Country Music Hall of Fame. Carthage, a great spot on Highway 59 to settle down or just to visit for a while. Panola College, local medical care, a low tax base, and great shopping. That's Carthage. Recommend us, refer us, and revive yourself in the piney woods of East Texas. Carthage, with places we're all proud to call home.
Throughout Texas, Louisiana, and New Mexico, one of the largest independent oil field service companies is Pinergy, ranked number 1 in the United States for total number of wells drilled. You'll likely recognize Pinergy Carthage top management: Randy Taylor, Brandon Taylor, Andy Snow, Justin Taylor, and Steve Nations. At the Austin corporate office, senior management offers a combined 400 years experience regarding energy services. No more. Check the website Pinergy.com or call 903-693-8400. Pinergy.
We're here in Carthage at Bulldog Park. The Carthage Bulldogs leading the Gilmer Buckeyes 4-0. This game, you may be saying, well, wait a minute. I thought this game was going to be in Gilmer. Yes, it was supposed to be until Gilmer got 3/4 of an inch of rain early this morning. And the Gilmer coach called Coach Causey and said, my field is not ready for you to play on today, and it will not be ready on Saturday either. All right, here's the windup by Dylan Davenport. Braden Pate, the batter, takes one high and outside for ball 1. Pate grounded out to first, unassisted, to lead off the ball game. 1-0 on Pate. Here's the 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike. So then, you know, the choice is, okay, do we play in Carthage, which means now that they are playing, and since they are playing in Carthage, here's the 1-1 pitch to Pate. 2-1. That means in a few weeks, Carthage will have to go to Gilmer twice in a week, because in a few weeks we were going to go play 2 games against Gilmer, 1 here and 1 there. Now both of them will be there. Here's the 2-1 pitch. This one is grounded to the shortstop. Chambers has it. Throw to first. Has to hurry it because Pate can get down the line. And a nice throw there by Chambers. He's got a strong arm. And Pate is out. I tell you what, a strong arm by Ty Chambers. He made for me what was the play that I remember the most as far as the Bulldog defense last year. This is the play that stood out to me the most, and he made it. That pitch is outside to Lofton. Lofton flied out to center his first time. Against China Spring, Chambers was in right field. Here's the pitch. This one is fouled back into the screen, and it's now 1-1. And he threw out a batter at first place. A line drive to right. He was playing fairly shallow. Line drive, 1 hopper to Chambers, and he threw the batter out at first. And I tell you what, that's a play that I love, but you don't see it very often. Now, he would have had another one in the China Spring series, but Brooks Brewster was not at first base ready to take the throw. And Brewster, you know, he said afterwards, that's my fault. Here's one. This one's going to be lined and caught, sort of a humpback liner. And the second baseman for the Bulldogs, Maddox Martinez, goes out to the edge of the outfield grass and jumps up and makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 down, nobody on here in the 4th. And that would bring up Aaron Bell. Aaron Bell, one of the linebackers for the Gilmer Buckeyes. Of course, they won the 4A state championship. Here's the pitch, and it's over the outside corner for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. And this is a 1-hopper back to Davenport. He's got it over to first base. A little bit of a wild throw, but Cade Moore with some nifty footwork with 1 foot in foul ground makes the catch for out number 3. So it wasn't a perfect throw, but Bell is out. And so for the 4th straight inning, the Gilmer Buckeyes go down in order. 1, 2, 3, bottom of 4 coming up here in Carthage after this 90-second break with the Dogs up 4-0.
Better solutions, better building comes from Louisiana Pacific, caring and involved corporate residents. Friends and neighbors in Panola County are the foundation of business at Louisiana Pacific, delivering high-performance building products in the area. You know these folks. You know them from church, civic clubs, as volunteers in the work they do in the community, and at Louisiana Pacific. Good people in good company with you and Louisiana Pacific.
Genpack Carthage, over 50 years servicing the food and restaurant industry with superior products. Advancing innovative packaging to enhance the human experience is more than just our purpose statement. It's our driving passion to make people's lives better through the food packaging they use daily. Genpack's dedication to quality assures you get food containers and packaging at its best. Browse and find what you need at genpack.com or look for our products on amazon.com. We are everywhere. Made right here in Carthage by folks you know. Genpack.
FlowZone is your industry leader for all oil and gas pipe, valve fitting, and supply needs. FlowZone Carthage has over 130 years of combined experience with an outstanding safety record. FlowZone, located at 1092 Highway 59 South, just south of Denny's, is ready to offer customer service that will exceed your expectations with services such as free delivery and competitive pricing. Call them today, 903-263-0200.
All right, Dylan Davenport leads off and gets down a butt. It bounces foul. It hit in fair ground and then bounced, took an immediate turn to the right and bounced across the foul line into foul ground. Davenport has struck out twice in the ball game, but he's been perfect on the mound so far. 12 up and 12 down for the Gilmer Buckeyes in this ball game. Here's the 0-1. This one, line drive into left center field for a base hit, and this is going to roll all the way almost to the warning track. Davenport rounding second. He's going to try for third. Here's a throw. No, they do not make the throw, and it's a triple for Davenport. So Davenport leads off with a triple here in the 4th inning. And so he's at third base now with nobody out for Watson, Chambers, and Preston coming up. Davenport will come out for a runner. And this will be number 21, Patrick Malone, going in to run for Davenport. So Malone running at third base for Davenport. That was a line drive into left center field, and by the time the Gilmer outfielders caught up with it, it was almost to the warning track. And that's out there in the part of the ballpark where it's 394 to the fence, so that's a long way from home plate. Okay, there's a ball to Watson. And this one's a line drive into left field for Watson. And so he drives in a run. Watson now with 3 hits in the ball game and 2 RBIs. Sam Watson having a big night. 3 for 3, 3 singles and 2 RBIs. Batter now is Ty Chambers with Watson on first. The Bulldogs now up 5-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. And Chambers asks and receives time. Boy, what a facility here that the Bulldogs get to enjoy. This pitch is outside, way outside for ball 1. A turf field, and the turf here is the very best. It's the newest turf. As I understand it, when it was installed, the very newest thing as far as artificial turf. And it duplicates the field of playing on grass. In other words, you get bounces on this as if you were on a grass field. Remember the old AstroTurf fields? I can think of just a couple of years ago when we went to a university down south of here. And they had a turf field that it would take those big hops whenever it hit the ground. Not here. Catcher sitting way up outside. This one is popped up in the air. Catcher drops it, and it is a fair ball. The runner on first did not take off because he thought it would be caught. The catcher going to his right could not make the catch. Yeah, I'm guessing that he dove for it about, let's call 15 feet down the foul line, and it drops in. So the runner on first, Watson, goes to second. And Chambers is on at first base on an error by the catcher. So the Bulldogs again now up 5-0, and they have runners at first and second with nobody out here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Conference on the mound for the Gilmer Buckeyes, and a conference for the Bulldogs between head coach Jason Causey and his base runners. Watson is at second and Chambers at first. And the batter will be Cale Preston. So a run in here in the bottom of the 4th. The Bulldogs have scored 2 in the second, 2 in the 3rd, and now 1 in the 4th. And have first and second still with nobody out for Cale Preston. Preston, a left-handed batter, just a slightly open stance at the plate. Squares around the bunt, gets the bunt down. It's going to be a foul ball. So Preston now behind in the count 0-1. He has walked and then singled and scored. Looking down to third base. See what Coach Causey is calling for right here. Lang looks back at second. He squares around the bunt, takes it high and outside, ball 1. Again, we're in the bottom of the fourth. Carthage with a run in. They lead it 5-0. Lang bluffs the runner, Sam Watson, back to second. Here's the 1-1. He gets the bunt down, but fouls this one off also. So the count now is 1-2. So most likely the bunt is now off with 2 strikes on him. Bulldogs will be at Driller Park, old minor league park. Still has a grass field. We'll be there on Tuesday night. The 1-2 pitch outside, 2-2 the count, and then we will be back here at Bulldog Park a week from, on Friday, on next Friday. In other words, a week from tonight. This pitch is swung on and missed, and Preston goes down on strikes. So there's the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Brick Soap. Soap is singled and then grounded to short. Brick Soap, a sophomore catcher. And again, unless something happens, unforeseen, that he's going to wind up being a 3-year starter behind the plate. Here's a pitch to him, and that is in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. A run in here in the bottom of the fourth. Carthage leading 5-0. Runners at first and second with 1 out. And Lang takes too much time. Bottom of the fourth. Carthage up 5-0. Here's the pitch. That one bounces away from the catcher. Both runners are going to try to move up, and they will. So now we've got 2 runners in scoring position. Incidentally, I forgot to, I told you who the plate umpire is going to be tonight, but I forgot to mention at the introduction of the umpires, it's sponsored by Hart's Way Hospice. Here's the 1-1. This one is lined over the second baseman's head into right field for a base hit. A run is in. They had the infield playing in a little bit, and as a result of that, that managed to get over the second baseman's head. So it is a RBI single for Brick Soap. And that brings in Watson from third. Chambers goes to third on the play. So now runners at the corners. 2 runs in here in the bottom of the fourth. Carthage up now 6-0. And Cade Moore up there, who is 0 for 2. Line to center and grounded to third. Lang from the stretch. And the pitch is outside. 1-0 the count. Gilmer 2-10 for the year, 0-2 in district play. This one fouled out of play. Boy, that was some game they had with Kilgore on Tuesday night. Kilgore won that one at Driller Park, 16-13. So 29 runs were scored at Kilgore on Tuesday night. 2 were scored here between Spring Hill and Carthage. 1-1 the count now on Moore. Here's the 1-1. This pitch is hit in the air down on the right field side. The right fielder makes, no, he drops it. He drops it for an error. A run will come in to score. They're going to try to get the force out at second, and they do. He dropped that one, and the runner at first playing it as he should. He was not too far off the bag, and so he, after it was dropped, the right fielder went over and made a strong, accurate throw to second to get the runner there. So let's see. Chambers scores, and Soap is out. or his runner, is out 9-6. This one is lined into center field for a base hit. And Moore reached first on the error by the right fielder. And now we've had a base hit by Legrone. Or no, let's see. I guess that was Caden Ritter, wasn't it? Okay, so anyway, we're going to have a pitching change. Pitching change coming up here for Gilmer. And while we do that, we're going to take a 2-minute break. 2 minutes. And we'll be back.
Ready to supercharge your future in the energy industry? Panola College is introducing the brand new Matthews Foundation Energy Building, opening its doors this fall with programs in electrician, HVAC, natural gas compression, and welding. Small class sizes, state-of-the-art equipment, and personalized attention, where your goals are our priority. Our hands-on approach means you're diving into the real-world energy experience, setting you up for success from day one. Enroll today at panola.edu/energy to start your electrifying future.
Bink's Quick Stop in Carthage on the corner of 699 and The Loop. Open Sunday through Thursday from 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Friday and Saturday from 4 a.m. to 11 p.m. Open for breakfast, and the grill is open throughout the day, and it provides the best hamburgers in town. You can also get a grilled chicken or chicken fried steak. It's all fresh and made from scratch. And, of course, you can fill up your tank with gas. That's at Bink's, a Quick Stop in Carthage, again on the corner of 699 and The Loop.
Farmers State Bank, a name that you know and can depend on. We're your neighbors and community partners. We're committed to meeting your financial needs by providing banking solutions for your mortgage, commercial, or personal loans. With 118 years of service to our community, we're part of your local rodeos, 4-H, and festivals. We want you to know that we're here for you. Visit us at fsbctx.bank or come see us today. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Escogiendo el mejor proveedor médica puede ser difícil. Hope Community Medicine está aquí por ti.
Farmers State Bank, a name that...
All right, a new pitcher for the Gilmer Buckeyes. That is Lathan Kemp. And so Kemp comes in here in the bottom of the fourth. 3 runs in for the Bulldogs. There are 2 outs in the inning. And Lathan Kemp, number 17. 3 runs in. Carthage leads at 7-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. And runners at first and second for the Bulldogs with 2 down. And the batter will be Maddox Martinez, who has put down a sacrifice bunt, and then he singled in a run back in the third. So the Bulldogs with 7 runs now in the ball game. And this one is hit sharply down the left field line. Let me check something out here just real quick. The Bulldogs, surprisingly here now, they were up 4-0 coming into this inning, but now they are in a spot here where if the 2 runners on base and the man at the plate, if all of them were to score, we'd go home, assuming we'd shut them out in the top of the 5th inning, because 3 more runs would be 10, and it's 10 after 5. That's the run rule. It's hit by pitch. So everyone moves up 90 feet. And instantly the last hitter to face Lang was Caden Ritter. Remember, Ritter came in when Blayton Legrone was injured. And so Ritter got that base hit. And now Maddox Martinez has been hit by a pitch. So now it's Carson Crawford up there. Bases are juiced. They are loaded. And if all 3 runners on base were to score here and we shut out Gilmer at the top of the 5th, that's the ball game. This pitch is high and outside for ball 1. Crawford is singled and flied to left. Carson Crawford, tall right-handed hitter. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That almost hit him. Inside, it's now 2-0. On Carson Crawford. Bases are loaded. They're full of Bulldogs here in the bottom of the fifth. 3 runs in the fourth. Bottom of the fourth. 3 runs already in. Carthage up 7-0. Here's the 2-0. This one is popped up foul. Catcher coming back, and it's out of play. And from the sound there, I believe that one hit on the roof here. Impossible for a foul ball to come into the press box here based on the netting that we have here. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that is, was that ball 3? I guess it is. 3-1 the count now on Carson Crawford. 3-1 on Carson. This right-hander sort of comes a little bit sidearm, and that's ball 4, and that'll bring in a run. So Crawford with an RBI bases loaded walk. He gets an RBI on that, and that brings the 4th run of the inning in, the 8th of the ball game for the Bulldogs, and we've still got the bases loaded. So we have batted around here in the 4th inning. Carthage with 4 runs in leads it now 8-0. And the bases are still loaded with 2 outs for Dylan Davenport. Davenport got all this started with a triple about 15 minutes ago. That pitch is outside, ball 1. You know you've had a good inning when someone comes up for the second time in the inning. Bases loaded here with 2 down. 1-0 on Davenport. There's a strike. 1-1 the count now. Again, the Bulldogs with a base hit here. If it scores 2 runs, then that means it's a 10-0 ball game. This one inside, that almost hit him. 2-1 the count. Left fielder is the deepest of the 3 outfielders for Gilmer. Here's the 2-1. Foul back, and it's now 2-2. And again, I'll mention the quote from one of our very successful coaches here. Here's this 2-2 pitch. This one is popped up on the right side. Second baseman going out, and he makes the catch to end the inning. All right, so Davenport pops out to second to end it, but the Bulldogs plate 4 runs here in the bottom of the 4th inning to take an 8-0 lead. Top of 5 coming up here in Carthage right after this 90-second break.
Escogiendo el mejor proveedor médica puede ser difícil. Hope Community Medicine está aquí por ti. Si ocupa ayuda médica, ginecólogo o salud conductal, es nuestra misión proveer acceso de alta calidad de salud a pesar de su habilidad de pagar. Tenemos 5 clínicas en Carthage, Center, Tenaha y San Agustín para poder servir mejor a usted y su familia. 903-690-8395.
It's a powerful storm, and the power is off, completely off. House after house in the dark, each one plunging a family into uncertainty and fear. One dark house after another, and another. And wait, is that light? It is. And there's one reason for it. The owners of this home have a permanently installed backup power generator from Briggs & Stratton. Whole house backup power has never been easier, or
We all like to save money, and State Farm can help with discounts.
You can trust the qualified staff at Hudson Financial Group to help you build the right policy that's created just for the needs of your farm or ranch. Randy and his team recognize the importance of the farm and ranch community in Panola County. They understand how much your property means to you and your family and the hard work it requires to maintain. Give them a call at 903-693-7874, or better yet, stop by and see them at 1519 West Panola in Carthage. The Hudson Financial Group can help.
In Carthage, and the Bulldogs lead the Gilmer Buckeyes by a score of 8-0. Dylan Davenport has set down 12 in a row so far. And that means here in the fifth, it'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hole hitters coming up for the Buckeyes. Davenport with only 45 pitches in this ball game so far, and that's through 4 innings. And this pitch is swung on and missed for a strike. So in other words, he's averaging 11 pitches per inning. And if you can average 16 pitches per inning and go the distance. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one, foul back, and it's now 0-2. Bulldogs with some outstanding starting pitching in Matthew Smith and Dylan Davenport. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And we play pretty good defense usually. That pitch is outside, 1-2 the count. So the bottom line, if we can score some runs, we can definitely contend for the district championship. Didn't get too much offensively on Tuesday night against Spring Hill. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one swung on and missed, strike 3. So Aiden Aiken, the cleanup hitter, down on strikes for the second time in the ball game. Tuesday night, the Bulldogs had 6 hits. Actually, Bulldogs out-hit Spring Hill. The Bulldogs out-hit Spring Hill on Tuesday night 6-3. But they left 4 runners on base, and we left 8. Bulldogs had the bases loaded in the 6th inning of that ball game with only 1 out and did not score. This is a ground ball, and it's picked up by Davenport. He had to go a couple of steps to his right, backhanded it, throw to first in time. 2 up, 2 down here in the 5th. And so far, it's only been 5 pitches in this inning. Justin Jones, the batter, center fielder, grounded to short his first time. Here's the pitch to Jones. That almost hit him right there. Very close. Ball 1, 1-0 the count. Okay, Davenport, the senior right-hander, to the plate. Here's the 1-0. This one is hit down to the first baseman. He's got it. Throw to Davenport. Nice play by Cade Moore there. Cade Moore diving to his right, came up with that one and had to rely on Davenport to cover first, and he did. And so the Bulldogs again set down Gilmer in order for the 5th straight time in the ball game as Jones is out there 3-1. And 3 up and 3 down for the 5th consecutive time. And we go now to the bottom of 5. Carthage 8 and Gilmer nothing. Back after this 60-second break. 60 seconds.
This is Pastor Monty Pierce, along with all the fine folks at Central Baptist Church, located 1 block off the square in beautiful downtown Carthage. If you don't have a church home and you like friendly folks and a meaningful worship service, we invite you to join us this Sunday. Check us out at centralcarthage.com for times and more information. This is Dr. Monty. Go Bulldogs!
Right on the loop, right on the price at XL Ford ensures the SUV, truck, or car you choose, new or previously owned, is right for you. Your visit and your questions are welcome, even if you're just browsing. Any information you want will be provided. It's the foundation of exceptional customer service that frees you to proceed at your pace and even provides a money-back guarantee. Right on the price and right on the loop. XL Ford, Carthage, Texas.
All right, we come back to Bulldog Park here in Carthage, on the campus of Carthage High School. And again, you've got to come out and see this beautiful facility. In fact, Coach Causey indicating to me that it is for certain one of the best high school baseball and softball facilities in the state of Texas, if not the best. And you say, well, that's a pretty big statement to make. Well, come out and see for yourself. I can just describe here that the word Carthage is spelled out in front of the third base dugout, or down the third base line in red, trimmed in white. Bulldogs spelled out along the first base line in red, trimmed in white. Okay, here we go now with the batter for the Bulldogs, the 2 and 3 and 4 hole hitters up. Sam Watson, who has been on every time. He has singled, then had an RBI single, and then another single with an RBI. So he is 3 for 3, a run scored, and 2 RBIs. And the count now on Sam is 2-0. Lathan Kemp, second pitcher for the Buckeyes, on the mound. Here's the 2-0 pitch, outside, ball 3. Ty Chambers on deck. Here's a 3-0. He squares around the bunt and takes a strike. 3-1 now. Left-handed batter. Here's a 3-1. High, ball 4. So Watson is now aboard for the 4th time in the ball game. He's 3 for 3 with a walk, a run scored, and 2 RBIs. So we get the leadoff guy on. And that brings up now Ty Chambers. 8-0 lead for the Bulldogs. 2-run score here in the top half of this 5th inning, and that's it. In the bottom half of the 5th, the bottom of the 5th. Run rule is 10 after 5, 10 runs after 5. That pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Chambers has lined to center another time, and then reached on an error and scored a run. So he is 0 for 3 with a run scored. This one is a line drive off the shortstop's glove into left field. The runner on first is going to take third. That's Sam Watson. Chambers with a big turn at first base, and a throw to first makes him scamper back to the bag. So Chambers with a single to left. And that brings up now to Cole Preston. Preston walked, then singled and scored in the 3rd, and then struck out in the 4th. So now the run that would end the ball game is at first base with nobody out. We got Watson at 3rd, Chambers at 1st with nobody out. If those two guys score, that's it. There goes the runner from first. Pitch is outside. The throw down to second is not in time, so it is a stolen base there for Chambers. And remember, the stolen bases are sponsored by Red Oak Insurance. Red Oak Insurance, a full-service, multi-line insurance agency in Carthage, Texas, offering the best possible insurance policies in East Texas at the most competitive prices. So now a base hit probably ends it right here. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So 1-1 the count. The runner that would end the ball game is at second base. Runners at second and third with nobody out. That pitch is outside. 2-1 the count now. Brooks Soap is on deck. Let's go, Cale. End it right here. Here's the 2-1. Gets away from the catcher. A run will come in to score. The catcher can't find it, and he finally does. So now it's a 9-0 ball game. And now the runner that will end it is at third base. It's a 3-1 count on Preston. He's at third base with nobody out. Carthage with 2 runs in the second, 2 in the third, 4 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. That's this inning, and now it's 9-0. And Gilmer, as they should, they bring the infield in. The runner at third scores. It's over with. That pitch is high, ball 4. Preston on with a walk. And so you now would think that, let's see, we're going to have a new pitcher here. New pitcher coming in for Gilmer. We're going to take another break. We'll take a 90-second break here, 90 seconds.
This is Darcy with Carthage Flower Shop on the Square, where we are more than just flowers. In shop, we keep a variety of live pot plants, silk arrangements, snack baskets, candles, keepsakes, and a great bath and body line called Magnolia Soaps. We now offer balloon arch installations, so give us a call for your next event. We can even get flowers to your loved one out of town. Thank you for all your continued support, Darcy, Jeanette, Levi, and the girls at Carthage Flower Shop.
When making important decisions, it's reassuring to count on people you know. First State Bank and Trust Company is that group of people offering home loans or everyday depository needs. First State Bank and Trust is recognized as being among the most reliable, strongest banks as determined by our nation's leading bank rating firm, Bauer Financial Incorporated. It's a 5-star rated bank of people you know, always innovating for your changing financial needs. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, First State Bank and Trust.
Monty Bacon and Carthage Furniture has some great deals for you. Rocker recliners just $3.99. A hot point washer and dryer set, washer $5.49, dryer $4.99, and that includes installation and delivery. A complete bedroom suite, queen bed, dresser, mirror, chest, and nightstands. This is a beautiful sleigh bed set for only $11.35. Monty has a 5-drawer chest, just $125. At Carthage Furniture, check out their blue sofa and love seat. Sofa $4.59, love seat $3.99. Carthage Furniture, where Rosa speaks Spanish and delivery is always free.
For Gilmer is Aiden Davis. A-I-D-E-N Davis, D-A-V-I-S. Aiden Davis, the new pitcher for the Buckeyes. Incidentally, their head coach for the Buckeyes is Josh Riley. He's assisted by Clay Causey, Dylan Bowman, and Blevin Burns. Clay Causey, one of the assistant coaches. I would assume he's not kin to our Jason Causey, our head coach. All right, so the run that will end the ball game is at third base. We've got the runners at the corners, first and third, with nobody out here in the bottom of the fifth. Carthage up 9-0. The run rule is 10 after 5. And so if we can get Ty Chambers home from third base, then that's the ball game. And again, Gilmer's going to bring the infield in. They've got to, because again, runner from third scores, the game is over. All right, Davis with the pitch. There goes the runner. And so Preston will be at second base. The stolen base, Red Oak Insurance sponsoring the stolen bases. Red Oak Insurance, full-service multi-line insurance agency in Carthage, Texas, offering the best possible insurance policies in East Texas at the most competitive prices. Now, I think technically on Preston taking seconds, you can rule defensive indifference. Here's the 0-2 pitch, but usually in high school baseball, you don't see that scoring used. Okay, that pitch is fouled off. So the count now is 0-2 on Brooks Soap. Here's the pitch, and that one's fouled off also. It stays at 0-2. So we got the bases. We got runners at second and third. Again, nobody out here. We've scored one run here in the fifth inning to make it 9-0. We've just got to get one more in One more run in to end it here. Catcher setting up way outside. Here's the 0-2. And this one is foul ball down the left field line. Let's go, Brooks. Of course, another wild pitch right here would do it. Here's the 0-2. Outside, 1-2 now. Sopa singled, grounded to short, and then had an RBI single back in the fourth inning. Bulldogs sent 10 batters to the plate in the fourth when they scored 4 runs. Here's the stretch by Kemp and the 1-2. And that's fouled off, so it stays at 1-2. Let's go, Brooks. Here's the 1-2. This one hit to left field. That should do it right there. Left fielder is there, makes the catch. Here's a tag at third. Here's the throw toward the plate. It's going to be late, and the Dogs score, and the Dogs win it on the run rule by a score of 10-0. So, Brooks Soap gets credit there for a sacrifice fly and an RBI. And that fly ball was to left field for the third out of the inning. So the Bulldogs plate 2 runs here in the 5th inning. 2 runs in the 5th inning on 1 hit. That's our 11th hit of the ball game. There were no errors and 1 runner left on base. So we score 10 runs in the ball game, and we leave 9 on base. A lot of base runners here tonight for the Bulldogs. And they win it by a score of 10-0 on the run rule. All right, we'll be back in 90 seconds to wrap this one up. 90 seconds, a no-hitter, and a perfect game pitched by Dylan Davenport.
Thank you, Panola and surrounding counties, for supporting your local GM dealer, Pippin Motor Company, right here in Carthage. We are your Buick SUV headquarters. Come check out one of the many economical solutions Buick has to offer. Encore, Encore GX, Envision, or Enclave are sure to fit your needs. Whether you're looking for a new Buick, Chevrolet, GMC, or a quality pre-owned vehicle, we're here to help. Pippin Motor Company has been serving this community for 72 years and pride ourselves with providing a premium sales and service experience. Come experience a better way to buy a vehicle just across from Panola College, or look us up on the web at pippinmotorcompany.com.
Are you planning a trip but you need a set of tires? Don't worry. Let Graves Tires at 809 East Sabine in Carthage show you the affordable way to go. Graves Tires offers name brand tires at a savings. Their number 903-693-4841. They even have used tires for sale. They're open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5, and on Saturday, 7:30 to noon. Remember, at Graves, you always save.
In Carthage, Texas, on the campus of Carthage High School, a District 17 4A encounter between the Carthage Bulldogs and the Gilmer Buckeyes. Carthage with 2 runs in the 2nd inning, 2 more in the 3rd inning, 4 more in the 4th inning, gave them an 8-0 lead, and then they scored 2 in the bottom of the 5th, and Carthage wins it 10-0 on the run rule, 10 runs after 5. Here are the totals in the ball game. For the Carthage Bulldogs, they had 10 runs on 11 hits, no errors, and they stranded 9 in the ball game. And the Bulldogs, again, with this victory, improved their season record to 8-7-2, and they are now 2-1 in District 17-4A. And for the Gilmer Buckeyes, they had no runs on no hits, 3 errors, and they did not strand a runner in the ball game. In fact, they did not have a runner in the ball game. It is a complete game, perfect game victory for Dylan Davenport. He throws a perfect game. He went all 5 innings, gave up no hits, did not allow 1 base runner. That means, of course, he didn't walk anyone, and he struck out 3 batters. So a perfect game, a complete game victory for Dylan Davenport. You don't see a perfect game very often, but we saw one here tonight at Bulldog Park by Dylan Davenport, the senior right-hander for the Carthage Bulldogs. So Gilmer, with the loss, their record now for the season is 2 wins and 11 losses, and they are 0-3 in District 17-4A. So once again, behind senior right-hander Dylan Davenport, who throws a perfect game. He faced 15 batters, and he set all 15 of them down, did not walk a hitter. But behind Dylan Davenport, the Bulldogs win it on the run rule 10-0. So Carthage again now is 2-1 in District 17-4A. Their next game will be on Tuesday night at Driller Park in Kilgore. Once again, the final score from Bulldog Park in Carthage on Friday night. The Carthage Bulldogs win it on the run rule in 5 innings. Carthage 10 and Gilmer nothing. For your Sports Beat station, I'm Larry Allen. Okay, well, I want to thank Bentron for helping me out tonight, as he usually does on the camera and providing the video stream. And also thanks to Josh back at the station for his work there. So we'll be on the air from historic Driller Park on Tuesday night over in Kilgore as the Bulldogs continue District 17-4A play against the Gilmer Buckeyes. And once again, the final score Friday night, behind the perfect game thrown by Dylan Davenport in 5 innings. Carthage wins it on the run rule. It's Carthage 10 and Gilmer nothing. For your Sports Beat station, I'm Larry Allen from Bulldog Park, wishing you a great weekend. So long, everybody.